So you know how to use Figma and code, but your apps and websites just look like shit. Your designs suck because you learned how to use the tools instead of learning the concepts and techniques behind a great design. I'll help you fix this in under 5 minutes. The 3 ways the design happens is either with an idea, a solution to a problem, or a use case. I'm building a journaling app called Jotter, so I'll use it as an example. Now time for step 1, user flow. People you get to use your product have some expectations. It might be either get some info, buy something, or in my case, write down their thoughts. But to do that, they need a way to navigate the product. And this is called the user flow. You need to map this out from the second they land on your site to when they close the app, satisfied with whatever they needed to do. In my case, users will land on my site and want to write down their thoughts in their private journal. What I'm showing on screen is an example of a user flow diagram. Once you have user flows figured out, it's time to move on to step 2, wireframing. From our user flow diagram, we need to create corresponding screens or pages. Each of these screens is supposed to help the user reach the key objective they came for. For me, users need to add a journal entry. So there's a login page, dashboard page, a journal entry page, and potentially a success page. Wireframing requires you to understand how users behave on a product and create corresponding layouts for each step. They shouldn't be colorful, have actual images or text, and in general, not be visually appealing. They just need to give you a sense of what the app will look like when it's finished. Time for step 3, design system. This is the beginning of our UI design process where we deal with visuals. It's time to take those ugly wireframes and make them absolutely beautiful. Whoa, I see you there. Before you jump into Figma and start picking out colors and creating frames, we have to set some guidelines. This is called a design system. It lays out all the different components, colors, fonts, and media that we use in your design. This is supposed to make everything very consistent. Design systems can be really small or absolutely massive. The colors should reflect your product's industry and your own brand colors and values. Make sure if you're going to be designing for dark mode, which you really should, like if you don't, what's wrong with you? But anyway, if you are, make sure to have desaturated versions of your colors so they aren't as taxing on your users' eyes. Moving on to fonts, they should be readable since nobody wants to be squinting at your text. Plus, they should match your brand and give off the vibe you want your product to have. For example, this is funky, elegant, childish, modern, and oh god, what the f is that? You should also figure out what type of icons you're going to be using along with the style of your UI components so everything looks super consistent across your app. Moving on to step 4, designing. Now it's the time that you've been waiting for. I grant you permission to jump into that Figma sketch file and start designing. But make sure you stick to your wireframes and design system. Also, follow these 6 basic principles when creating a design. Visual hierarchy to show what things are the most and least important. Contrast to help distinguish elements from each other and make things readable. Balance to help moderate spacing and keep enough white space in your design so everything doesn't feel overcrowded. Consistency so your users know exactly what to expect. Simplicity, which is pretty self-explanatory. Finally, feedback. Get others to see your designs and make changes based on their or your users' recommendations. But remember, this takes time and no one's perfect. But to help you speed up your design journey, here are some awesome YouTube creators to help you become a better designer. But that's been it for me. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, and see ya.